Concept posters are a great way of just getting your idea out in a single page with the right kind of illustrations that really are telling your audience just what problem you're solving, for whom, and how you're going to do it. Why would you do this? Well, first of all, a concept poster sort of well done is inspiring. So it's going to promote not just an idea, but a vision of what the future might look like. They also then, in a business setting, they'll help you build a business case because it's a form of prototyping that makes a concept really real. And so when people see something that looks real, they can relate to it and they can put some money behind it. They can help gain support from key decision makers. They also will provide a roadmap for moving forward. So that's a big part of it. So it's kind of, what is this? What problem are you solving for people? How do we go forward with it? So here's how you do it. First of all, you would identify what's the topic. So what's the how might we statement? What's the problem you're trying to solve? And that will include, who is actually this for? And then there are a number of steps you can go through. First of all, you should come up with a catchy name and a tagline. You're trying to sell this, right? So make it catchy, make it interesting and fun. Describe your idea. Include who the key stakeholders are, the users and any other stakeholders that might be affected by this problem. For example, if you're looking at a coffee shop, it might be the people who visit the coffee shop and the employees, right? Illustrate the concept, draw a picture, doesn't have to be very finished, just a rough picture or a diagram to show how the whole thing works. What are the weaknesses and some of the threats? What might go wrong with this? Why might it not go according to plan? And then also think about, if you need to learn more, what might you be able to prototype? And then finally, how will you measure the success of the prototypes and of the overall project? So I'm going to take us over to the Miro board now, so you can see what this looks like. And there's an example on the Miro board as well that I have for you. So let's have a look here. Okay, so this is the concept poster, and you can see this is the blank, and you can play with this. You can move things around, you can change the boxes, you can put different headings, anything you want with this. The basic idea is to display your idea in a visual format. It should be visual, should give people a sense of what's really going on here. And these are the steps that I just described. So here's the problem: who needs what, because why. You can really just focus on the how might we for the purposes of this exercise. And then you've got at the top your catchy title, a description of the idea. Who are the stakeholders, right? Users and other stakeholders. How does it work? Here's your drawing, space for your drawing. Expand that if you want, make more room. What are some of the reasons this might fail? What can we prototype? What can we test? And how would we measure success? Now, there's a section here for budget and time frame. For this course, I leave this optional, but if you were doing this in a real world setting, you definitely would need it. So if you want to learn from this, you might want to try doing something about, okay, how long will this take to do and how much money will it cost? But I wouldn't spend a lot of time on it because you've got very little time to do this as it is. So let's move over to an example of what this would look like. And you see right away, this is not a fine art. This is a really rough thing, and it's intended to be, but it's compelling, right? So here's at the top, you have the Diabetic Lifestyle Manager. That's the catchy title. Here's the how might we statement here, right? Just here. Here are the stakeholders, and what is the big idea? Right, so it's a description of what is, and here it's real-time aggregation and analysis of patient data to inform the design of new drugs to treat diabetes. And here they have now an illustration of what it looks like, right? So here is data, this is sugar level, this is lunchtime, and this goes to family, GPs, medical researchers, and so on. And they all obtain this data, and then they aggregate it together. And then, so what might go wrong? Is it really feasible? Is there enough funding? Maybe it won't be adopted. So what is the ecosystem? So then you can say, okay, well, to find out the answer to some of these, we might be able to do some prototypes. And how might we be able to do that? And then how would we measure success? They have a number of active users, patient admissions and rates, new drugs and patents. And then here's the sort of timeline that they've developed for this. So it's a pretty cool method. And it's intended, the whole idea is to encapsulate your solution to the problem and your solution to it all on one page. And so that's what I'll expect you to present at the end of this course, which is just a single page concept poster, and you present it to the group as a whole in less than 5 minutes.